Michigan Magazine is kept on the road by our many Michigan friends. Thunder Bay Resort, a destination for all seasons with special events and packages. Thunder Bay Resort in Hillman. Cops and Donuts Bakery, downtown Clare, a winning combination. Cops and Donuts. All aboard, ride on the Michigan AuSable Valley Railroad, a quarter-scale passenger train through the beautiful scenic landscape of northern Michigan, just south of Fairview. Now open weekends and holidays. Visit them online or call them now. Remembering good times and great food, Frank and Lisa invite you to Tin Lizzie's in Mile for a blast back to the 50s and 60s when food was made from scratch, including home-ground Angus burgers. A full menu of great food and good memories await you at the new Tin Lizzie's of Mile. The Michigan-made rebounding mailbox pole. Never again worry about the winter snowplow taking out your mailbox with this ingenious rebounding pole. Your mailbox takes a hit and keeps coming back year after year. Call now or visit their website, toughmailboxes.com. Hello everyone, welcome to Michigan Magazine. I'm Barry Stutzman. So glad you can join us as we hit those Michigan back roads today. We are delighted to tell you that our faith is growing in our younger generation. There are still students willing to keep the arts alive in their community and are working toward preserving and being a part of the museum passion. Today we head to Clare, Michigan, where we visit the 515 Gallery, a most unique gallery managed and run by high school students under the supervision of owner and teacher Kim Kleinhardt. We'll visit with Mrs. Kleinhardt about this cutting-edge project. Hey, have you ever wanted to run your own railroad? Well, this could be your chance. We've told you the story of how Howard and Joanne Schrader started their own miniature railroad near Fairview, Michigan with their own bare hands and developed a very successful sideline railroad memorabilia catalog business. Well, now Howard and Joanne are ready to retire, but they want this family tradition to continue. Are you up to it? Well, the whole kit and caboodle is up for sale. On today's show, we're going to once again tell you the story of the AuSable Valley Railroad. In an update we presented a while back. Take a look and you decide. See if you want to save this Michigan attraction. It's all coming up on this edition of Michigan Magazine.
Vacation. Don't make the planning of it more than what you're trying to get away from. At northernmichigancabinrentals.com, you can choose from over 2,500 cabins, cottages, lodges, resorts, lakefront vacation home rentals, and more. Whatever experience you're looking for, from rustic to luxury and everything in between. No more rustling with telephone books. No more endless internet searches. Just one site with over 2,500 Northern Michigan destinations. northernmichigancabinrentals.com.
The future of our art museums will be in good hands if teachers like Kim Kleinhardt of Clare High School has anything to say about it. Mrs. Kleinhardt's love of the arts and teaching has evolved into a dream come true not only for her, but her students as well. In Mrs. Kleinhardt's art curriculum, she incorporates a gallery management class. Today on Michigan Magazine, we find ourselves in downtown Clare at an art gallery called 515 Gallery, a fully functional and credible art gallery conceived by Mrs. Kleinhardt, but managed by her students.
My students actually learn to run and work a gallery. They do everything from picking out our professional artists to running the openings that we have for each of the shows that we exhibit.
So this is actually a class in how to run a gallery and do the presentation and bring all the art together then, eh?
Absolutely. So my students not only work with professional artists, they also work with the community. They go to meetings that the city has, and we have so much support from the city of Clare.
I tell you what, the support has been phenomenal. Looking at what you have here, how did this all come about? You know, it's not every day that a class can bring about a gallery and bring about an experience of actually managing something. How did this all come about?
Well, about 3 years ago, my husband and I found this cute little building in downtown Clare, and I've always wanted a gallery, so we just jumped in. We purchased the gallery and did the renovations, and then worked it into my curriculum so my students could actually take advantage of the situation also. So we just have a ball, and we've done so much networking with all the artists in the area. This is one of my students. This is Brandon Johnson.
Brandon, nice to meet you. And what is your medium? What do you enjoy doing in the world of art?
I'm very street art / mixed media. I do a lot of hands-on things.
So you're learning pretty much the ins and outs of gallery, right?
Yep, basically how to run the business, how to meet new people, the artists, and
And I think the key is you're learning is there's a lot of networking that needs to go on, and bringing in community support, right?
yep.
Yeah. So what do you think of your instructor?
She's amazing. She's done this for us. We have a fully functioning gallery that us students, we didn't have to pay into it. She's helping us all learn the trade, and she's done a lot for us.
And they learn the frustrations, and they learn that there are actual artists that make a living at this.
So it's kind of putting to rest some of the other side of the starving artist. There are people who are actually making it.
There are. Actually, our artist that we have here, Justin Ladeau, was at Art Prize. He's one of the top 25 at Art Prize, and he sold his piece while he was at Art Prize and actually paid off all his student loans. So it gave my students the incentive that, hey, maybe this is doable.
Doing what you love, I think it can show and reap some handsome rewards if you just keep the spirit.
Absolutely. So they're seeing the real world aspect of the art.
So how large of a building do we have here? I mean, we've got quite the display.
It's actually 16 foot by 100 foot. We've left the back about 20 feet for studio space so the students can come in and actually work on their work in the back while we're having our gallery open. We have wonderful turnouts for our openings. We've had everything from 150 to 260 people at our openings. So we've been thrilled at the support and response that we've had from the community. We typically change our shows about every 2.5 months, and then we bring in new artists into the gallery so that we inspire and we're educating the community and our students on the diversity of the arts.
So what you see here, it's ever changing. So you can see all sorts of medium and artists and the backgrounds of people. There are shows when artists are in attendance. Is that some of them?
Yes, that's our opening receptions that we have. For each new show, we have an opening reception, and the community get to know the artists, talk to them about their work. My students actually introduce the artists. Justin's been one of my guys who's been an interviewer, and he actually has introduced several artists to the community.
I definitely want to go to college for gallery management, and hopefully, it's a dream to have my own gallery and feature some of my own art and friends, but yeah, it's definitely something I want to try doing. Yeah, it's a really great thing to get involved in.
What an amazing opportunity for students and lovers of the arts, and what community support. If you're ever in downtown Clare, be sure and visit the 515 Gallery. It's so conveniently located next to the Traffic Stop Diner and Cops and Donuts City Bakery. And after visiting the inside of 515 Gallery, be sure and have someone take you outside into the back alley. Now this is kind of almost a secret unless you tell these people about it, unless you're going back in the back alleys here. This is a wonderful mosaic. What is the story behind the story?
Well, our summer show we called Mosaic of Artists, and we had a variety of artists, plus my students and I also worked on this back wall in conjunction with that particular show we had in July. But we had all community people drive by, drop us off unique little broken pieces of glass and plates, and we have a story behind almost every piece that's up here, from a Santa Claus head up there that belongs to a lady. Her mom had passed away and she dropped it off, and so she said she'd be so thrilled if her Santa was on the wall, to broken Polish pottery that a lady couldn't bear to get rid of. So there are treasures all over, and my students and I spent 7 very long days putting the piece up.
So you're telling me that every little piece has a story and a history of its own then?
It does, and we had so much fun because we also had community members that would stop by and want to help us too. So we had quite a fun week, but it was pretty grueling. I think it was the hottest week in July.
Really?
Yeah.
Inside and out. Stop by to support the arts in downtown Clare at the 515 Gallery. It's an amazing stop off the beaten path. Michigan Magazine is being brought to you in part by Rose Valley Winery on Beechwood Road in Rose City. See what thousands are raving about, creating a delicious variety of award-winning Michigan wines. Stop by and taste for yourself. The taste of Michigan is yours at Rose Valley Winery. Cops and Donuts Bakery, downtown Clare, what began as a crazy idea among 9 police officers to purchase the historic Clare City Bakery quickly became an international phenomenon, carrying on a Michigan tradition with delicious donuts, pies, pastries, breads, original coffee, and more, plus a full menu at the new adjacent traffic stop diner. Downtown Clare, a winning combination, Cops and Donuts. Hingeman Acres Canoe Livery and Resort on M33 just north of Mayo, catering to the outdoor enthusiasts. Cabins, canoes, kayaks, rafts, and more. Daytime or overnight trips along the world-famous AuSable River. A family getaway for over 75 years. Discount Foods downtown Mayo. Find national name brand foods and merchandise at sharply discounted prices. Shop the smart way and please the family without breaking the budget. Discount Foods downtown Mayo. We just love success stories at Michigan Magazine, especially when it's an update involving a past guest on Michigan Magazine. We're talking about the Michigan AuSable Valley Railroad, just south of Fairview, Michigan. As you may recall, we featured the family-owned miniature railroad many years ago. We told you how the Schrader family hobby became a full-time tourist business. The business at that time also included a successful railroad-related mail-order catalog business. Well, sit back and hold on to your seat as we bring you this update. The railroad has grown, not only in the length of the train ride itself that draws thousands each year, but wondrous things have been happening in their mail order business. Thousands of orders are creating a demand for expansion, and a line of ever-increasing products and a physical plant. Now, since we were here last time, you got quite the facility here now.
Yeah, we built this in 2003.
2003.
And we put it in to get out of the house. We were in the house for 10 years.
Oh boy.
And we had 3 desks in the living room.
Oh really? Now this is part of the operation nobody probably knows.
Yeah,
is
the thing
here
is, what we want to do is make it look like the rest of the outside railroad, so nobody actually knows what the
right.
what's going on in here. It looks like a garage, and we have people, we ask, oh, just a garage.
Explain what we got here. I mean, this is
well, this is our call center. We bring, the orders come in here. They either come in by telephone, they come in by fax or internet, and then we process them here, and then they go into the middle room and be processed as far as the credit cards are concerned.
Wow, how many stations you got here?
We have enough for 10 stations.
Okay.
And then we have 3 more in the basement of the house that we don't have set up right now for expansion. And then we have one in the back room where we have the development of the catalog. That's where we develop the catalog in the back room.
Ever think, Howard, that when you started laying the track and you had these ideas that you'd ever
be this?
ever come this far?
No, not at all.
No.
Not at all. It's just a dream come true.
Just kind of progressed naturally, didn't it? I mean,
Yeah, I did. Well, the thing is, we came up here and got the property, and we wanted to do the railroad, but the thing is, we had to have a way to pay for it.
Yeah.
So the thing is that we started the mail order business in hopes that it would take off.
The first catalog wasn't as big as it is now.
Well, the first catalog was like 6 pages.
Really?
Yeah, and then the second one had 48 pages. It was a small tabloid. And then that progressed to a 8.5 by 11 catalog.
The mailing list of the very first wasn't...
Oh, no, the first mailing list we thought was very big was 20,000.
Well, that is...
And now we just did 506,000. So it's a little different now.
Yeah.
So the customer base, we have a very loyal customer base.
Yes.
We have, and it's really a good group of people. And they're all over the country. I mean, from the West Coast to the East Coast. From Washington to Florida.
What room is this here?
This actually is the visa room where we put the visas. The visa runs them, they're noisy. And so we put them in here. This is also the control center for like where we check things, things come in to be checked in. And the orders, the back orders are filled in here.
Okay.
The fax machine's in here, that's a little noisy too.
What's it, what part of the?
Well, this is
family.
our Chauncey's little thing that he's
Part
here.
of the computer, right?
Yeah, that's our kid thing. We're kid friendly here.
Okay.
And it's part of the family operation.
Yeah. You got a website too, don't you?
Oh, we have 3 websites.
3 websites.
What we have in here is the mainframes.
Oh, this is where...
And we can handle up to 48 lines in here. And so the thing is, this is the system we had before was just a telephone and 2 lines, and now we've got a T1 system and an answering system and an online hold system.
That's your server?
That's one of them, yeah.
That's why you have a T1, okay.
Right. And
Wow.
so the thing is, this little black box is a T1 here.
No kidding.
And then this goes to all the buildings. Actually, we have the phone lines go to all the buildings, the station, the freight house, the house. And then, like I said, we have more facilities in the basement in the house that we have set up for phone lines.
Isn't it time to kind of frame it in and work it now? I mean,
Yeah, the thing is, we're going to be, because we're organized now. We were so cramped before. The thing is, now everybody feels very comfortable with the situation here.
Yeah. The catalog comes out how many times a year? Just one
Actually,
time?
3 times a
3
year.
times a year?
Yeah.
And it's all produced here now, isn't it? Pretty much?
Well, we produce it in the
Actual
back.
layouts.
I'll show you that.
Okay.
Okay, in the back here, we have a room that we do that. We set up the photography, and we take pre-photography shots, and then we send them down to Atlanta, Georgia to have them.
Actually,
they know how to light them.
I see.
The lighting and the digital, it's all done digitally. And then we bring it back here, and we put it on the computer, and we use a Quark program for it, and we put it together here, and the girls do all the write-ups. I'm not a writer, so the girls do the write-ups.
Wow.
And they work on that, and then we put the big JPEGs of all the pictures and put that on the internet here also. That's all done here.
My goodness. Any idea what your #1 product is, Howard? Oh, yeah. What is it?
Actually, it's a railroad crossing signal this year.
Oh, really?
And it stands about this high. It has 2 flashers on it. You put money on it. It's a bank for kids. Oh, and it goes off, and it has railroad sounds. Very popular this year. Here's a new item that we came out with this year. And the thing is, a fellow down in Missouri, a lot of the guys are railroad enthusiasts that develop these things. But this is a coupler that goes on the shank of in the back of your pickup, your car. And just a kind of a novelty thing. But this has been a real super item right now. You can't even get them fast enough.
Really?
Yeah.
Isn't that neat?
Yeah.
Wow.
So this is for the 2-inch, and this is for the inch shank. Yeah, just something a little more fun.
Yeah. Real train enthusiasts. Jeez.
Oh, yeah. We develop about a quarter of our own items. In other words, we work with a manufacturer, and they'll develop like Afghans, pillows, pins. Actually, we've put together weather vanes, jewelry, okay, that type of thing. And then we deal with a lot of the railroad enthusiasts who do the same thing that we do. We just support the hobby, okay? And we support them, and they support us, and I get to play with the railroad outside.
Isn't it wonderful to have a business that you love and that makes other people happy? Well, it seems the Schraders of Fairview, Michigan are living that dream and at the same time putting Michiganders to work and stimulating the local economy. There's no doubt that when you visit the AuSable Valley Railroad in person or online, you'll get that feeling that those behind the scenes or the ones you make personal contact with are having a ball. That's the main thing. Enjoy life, make people happy, and leave them smiling. Howard was quick to point out that it all boils down to having fun and keeping his trains on the track and running. It's still a love of the Schrader family. One thing for certain, it wasn't an overnight success story. It was a story of dedication, determination, and perseverance, which seems to be key ingredients in many of the stories of success we feature in our travels throughout the state. Trials and tribulations are always part of a successful scenario. Sounds rather cliche, but that's what truth becomes. It was a chilly autumn day. We last visited the Fairview station. The Schraders opened it up for special color tours the first 2 weekends in October. On occasions like these, Howard brings out his prize steam engine that has a unique history of its own he's quick to share with the dozens of railroad hobbyists that visit the station from all over the U.S. each year during the summer and autumn seasons. So there you have it, another update of one of our past features here on Michigan Magazine. a family Michigan destination. Well, that's all the time we've got for this edition of Michigan Magazine. Had a great time on those Michigan back roads. This week's word of the day is superior, the largest of the Great Lakes. Send that word to us in an email, along with your name, address, and phone number to iwatchmichiganmagazine@gmail.com, and you'll automatically be registered in our vacation giveaway. Or you can send this week's word to us at Michigan Magazine, P.O. Box 424, West Branch, Michigan 48661. Find a list of vacations still up for grabs at www.michiganmagazinetv.webs.com. Hey, here's an easy way to remember all the Great Lakes. Think of the word Holmes. That's Homes. That's Lake Huron, Ontario, Michigan, Erie, and Superior. There you go. Have fun with that. And we'll meet with you here again next week for another edition of Michigan Magazine. We'd like to thank all those that help keep Michigan Magazine on the road. Cops and Donuts Bakery, downtown Clare, a winning combination. Cops and Donuts. Thunder Bay Resort, a destination for all seasons with special events and packages. Thunder Bay Resort in Hillman. Canyons Lakeside Resort and Marina, located on the shores of beautiful Sage Lake. Get away to their newly remodeled, beautiful bed and breakfast or their historic 13-room hotel. Special events and activities for all ages. Call now or go online for more information on this Michigan treasure. Have fun with your photos at Rose City Drug. In the photo department, get fast processing and have fun by creating unique digital photo gifts on site or online. Save those precious memories at Rose City Drug, 2640 North M33 Rose City, or online. Hale Hardware, your do-it-center in Hale, Michigan. Much more than a regular hardware store, providing everything you need for whatever your project is, along with a knowledgeable sales staff to get her done. Serving Northern Michigan since 1946. Hale Hardware, south of M65 at Ainsley in Hale. Clemix Sales and Service on Mapes Road, west of Mile, your complete recreational vehicle sales and service connection. Visit their beautiful showroom of new and pre-owned ATVs, lawnmowers, power equipment, snowmobiles, utility vehicles, and more. Clemix Sales and Service is also the home of the American-made Victory motorcycle line on display at Clemix on Mapes Road, Mile.